Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with Overwatch 2 again. And it is the beginning of the season, and I know I said Overwatch streams to be Saturdays, but quite frankly, I was bored, so you know what, may as well. Plus, I was going to stream Overwatch like last night, because it's like Tuesdays and Saturdays will sort of be the additional streams, or just additional content. But Overwatch updated yesterday when trying to load onto Overwatch at 7:30 UK time. I was told you're in a front of 20,000 people. So next time someone tells me which isn't popular anymore, I'm gonna quickly show them a screenshot that I took that's like, yeah, queue of 20,000. I checked back an hour later and I could get in perfectly fine. But by the time I'd done all my dailies and all that, I was like, yeah, I can't be asked. We are quickly going to open a loot box. Basically, you get epic loot boxes through the battle pass as literal proof of it is literally beginning of the days. There's 62 days. We're on day 61, and before people start questioning, how are you like 10 levels ahead? Normally, I'm about 20 something because I normally purchase 20 kids. I haven't this time, but I don't know why. I don't question it, but typically I gain additional 5 levels at the beginning of each season. I think it's once you get to like tier like 80, you gain the additional levels for the next season. But yeah, so we are going to play some Overwatch ranked to try and rank up a bit. And for the shop at the minute, it's not the worst. But in the last stream for Overwatch over the weekend, I said if you were going to get something like a couple skins from a bundle, you may as well get the full bundle. And this is what I basically meant. Looking at this, the Academy Mech bundle, Soldiers doesn't look too bad. I do like not Alari, Junos. Alari's Tracers is just a different version of another skin, and then I do like Kiriko's. Now, guys, that's currently on discount, but just showing you. I'll do Junos, just because then it means I can cover 2 things at once. It's, 1,900. To then unlock it, I'd basically have to spend 20 quid UK price. But, if I was to then spend, say, 50, I'd then get basically all of them. Which is basically just a bonus. Also, how close I am to a gold weapon isn't too far. Now, part of me wants to go for like Junos because it's something I've wanted for a while. But I think I have just settled on saying I'm going and getting Freya's gold because that does look nice. She's also Druid skin this season. I probably will make a decision when I get there, because I think I'll probably get there near, like, through some point in the season. I probably will try and purchase a weapon while I'm, like, streaming, but if it turns out to be a case of, like, it'll probably turn into a case where I do, but if it turns into a case of I play a few games when I'm not streaming and it works out that way, then it works out that way. But like I've said, Genji, Juno, and Zenyatta are the only ones I'm missing. Now, would I be praising the Overwatch gods if they suddenly went, here's 12,000 points to get gold weapons, or even here is 6,000, because then I could save up and get the additional one. And the ones I would get would be Hanzo and Junos, just because part of me wants to get Hanzo's, and like, I want to get Freya's because I really enjoy playing Freya at the moment. I want to get Hanzo's because it's the only one I've not had for the longest period of time. I want to get Juno's because I enjoy playing Juno and I play her a good bit more. And then I also do want to get Zen's, considering his has been out for longer. Originally it was Genji, and I like the gold for the Cyber Genji skin because it kind of gives it a nice gold glow. Like those are just normal gold shurikens for the Overwatch 1 skin, and then there's a bit of a difference, but not much. But yeah, but back when Hanzo's Mythic was in, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get Genji's. I was a choice between Genji or Hanzo, and it was just a case of, at the time I think I might have been playing a bit more Genji. I barely play either one of them. Again, there's a few gold weapons I potentially would swap from the fact of barely playing those characters. For instance, not Widows. For instance, I don't play much Orisa anymore, or Junker Queen, so I probably would swap those two, one for Freya and then one for Juno. Or, say, the two support. But again, we're going to get into play tomorrow, ranked. What I'm probably going to do is do one game of Open Queue, see how it goes. Then I might do, say, 2 games of Stadium. But guys, in all honesty, like, when I did the games on Sunday, I was enjoying playing Stadium so much, and it's like, then comes Monday, and it's like, okay, nothing to really worry about. Then I realized, hold on, wait a minute. I'm close to 75, but I'm not on the 75, like 175 for the Battle Pass. So I was like, damn, gotta go quick. Like these, like some of them are literal cases where I've not completed the whole season. Also, guys, anyone who does wonder if I did play Overwatch back before it was Overwatch 2, the 423 is an obvious thing. But while we're waiting, mate. Training? What's new in training? Yeah, there's a stadium practice arena. We'll load into the training area and mess around just until we load into a game. But yeah, guys, I'm not 100% saying that that was quick. Again, not 100% saying there won't be no stream over the weekend for Overwatch. There probably will be. Also, they brought map voting in. I don't think I discussed it at the end of last season because I don't remember doing it. The way, like, it's not. I don't think it's supposed to work like that. I think it's just a case of you all vote and then it gets put into like a random thing. But like that, Midtime's got 8 votes. So, yeah. Just because Midtown had more votes doesn't, like, it just means a case of, like, compared to it 100% being guaranteed. I'd love to play Freya. I 100% don't think I'm going to be able to, and I think I am going to have to play tank. because I don't think the other two players
Choose hero paths.
May, Symmetra, Lifeweaver. Now, any of the heroes I picked to get banned actually going to get banned. From looking at this, I'm pretty sure Symmetra is the only one. A lot of people do pick to ban Sombra, and I get it. But she's not as broken as she used to be. I also get Malcolm, and I 100% get Zarya. Zarya can be annoying because she can take your hits and just make herself stronger from it.
Prepare for battle. Select one hero.
If we do start losing stupidly bad, and we need an additional tank or support, I will switch, but I'm hoping the other two just pick tank. Because a good Mercy can play support by herself.
I always deliver.
And guys, I know for a fact that I probably should have picked tank when I saw the fact of 2 DPS. And I get it, open queue's open queue. But at the same time, it constantly feels like... Again, it could just be the fact that I willingly do change a lot. But like, I basically only play support or tank. So when I get chances to play open queue, I like to play DPS. I don't always do it, but I do like the chances. Why on goodness do we have a Farah? This is gonna go horrible. Also, I'm 100% way too used to playing Freya in Good Shot Diva. Playing Freya in Stadium because I'm so used to having essentially like 20 arrows. Or not arrows, 20 shots. Just because basically when you stack everything, every multiplier that multiplies your ammo, you get to like 25, I think it's like 25 shots. Gonna go for a jump shot. The one thing I do love about playing Freya is my aim is terrible. Why I play things like Reaper, and it's why I'm decent as Reaper, because got cornered against a wall and I tried to, which flicked me over, so my super fault. But yeah, which is why I play Reaper and like things like Sigma and like Diva and Brig. You don't need, you get up close and personal, or they have melee capabilities in the case of Brig. Or Kiriko, where you don't really need to focus on like aim too much because you'll find yourself healing a lot. That kind of like, I've said in the past that ults aren't a complete waste, like depending, like for ults to be a waste it kind of depends on the situation.
This ends now.
As long as you help your team in some form or fashion with your ult, it's not always a waste, because like not all ults are meant to get kills. It's like Mercy's ult allows you to heal a whole team at once. But also, Super Soldier. Also allows you to go on the offensive. So, they ult to be wasted. It's one of those things where you need to go and to see what you did with your ult more specifically. Like, I will say now, I was low on health and started to panic, and it's like Junkrat's near. It's like Junkrat's near, I don't want to die, so I panic and shot my ult. I consider that a partial waste, just for the fact of I did get a kill with it, but at the same point, I probably could have at least helped the team a lot more with it. But thankfully, I've learned a couple situations. Also, another reason I love playing Freya is you gain the advantage on so many situations. Like, you need height, you can get it. You need to dodge left or right, you don't need to actually dodge left or right. You have abilities to do it for you. You just have to move left or right and you get a quicker dodge. Kind of a waste, but it comes back pretty quick. Also, guys, another reason why there is an additional extreme today. I'm back to being like, okay, yeah, I want to do more Overwatch content. And I've said more than once, my aim does suck, which why playing someone who does need to aim isn't great. But as Freya, you can get around it. Like, for defense-wise, I don't think the team's going to do great, but for an offensive push, I think we're doing pretty good. Headshot. Also, guys, like, for all, like, wastage, like... Again, for all wastage, it's one of those cases where it depends on your ult. Depends on the person's ult. Again, with 3, I've managed to get at least 4 kills. So stat-wise, I'm doing pretty well, and I've got the most kills between both teams. But like, compared to like a soldier or a Sojourn, or even like a tracer with good aim, you are going to kind of get fucked as Freya, because anyone can output the damage more specifically. Think of it as a case of taking a bow and arrow to a gunfight. You're more likely going to get killed because of the fact of a gun will shoot a lot more than a bow and arrow. But like 18 kills, and the only other person catching up to me. Sorry, Mercy.
this another shot.
I'd say that's on point, which is annoying.
Score 2-0. Switching sides.
I did really well as Freya in the first round on almost 20 kills. And I do kind of reckon I can play just as good for defensive. Like, this is my first game as Freya this season. Like, granted, it's only just started. And this is so far my best game as Freya from the last... since she was... from the introduction of her in Season 15 to her fully being introduced in Season 16 to her now. This is the best I've played as her. I can't remember if I did play any games as Freya in Season 15, because when a new hero comes out, I like to get a couple, because they get chucked into quick play for like 3-4 days, like halfway through the season, just to sort of go, here, take a look at this character, I hope you enjoy, and you know, we'll see how things go.
Hey there.
And I don't know whether I did get to play any non-custom games with her, because me and two mates messed around in Season 15 with her.
I see them.
Part of me wishes Freya had more, like, bolts, more ammo.
One less to worry about.
Smart. A defensive tank and an offensive tank.
Target marked.
Impersonate somebody else.
I've always
What I will
liked
do
the
after this
challenge.
game is I will basically compare how I've done and how I think I could have improved. So we'll just take a few minutes just to cover all that. But guys, at least for a little while, I'm enjoying Overwatch to a point where it's like I want to do more content for Overwatch.
That's a new one.
Thanks, Mercy.
Justice. Thanks.
I've got you in my sights.
Yes, thank you, game. Basically, that's one of the reasons I'm playing the game is because I went to activate my ult, but then I died. See, I want to say 9 times out of 10, because it's not 10 times out of 10, it's not really 9 times, but 6 times out of 10, depending on when you used your ult. If you've pressed your ult like a second before you've died, you're kinda safe, but if you have pressed your ult, and then you instantly die and you know you've pressed it because like, you see stuff pop up and everything, then yeah, your ult is gone.
Duplicating Soldier 76.
For the Crusaders!
Nu Vangada!
Again, that ult wasn't a complete... Yeah, I'm dead. Wasn't a complete waste. Mercy, don't. It's kind of a waste.
Thanks. Two of them.
But yeah, the reason it wasn't a complete waste is because I went to shoot it, but I got but the Bastion just died before I... yeah, we like triple. But the Bastion already died, and it's like quick turn it, and I wasn't close enough to hit the Orisa with it. Thank you, Echo. But again, me and Echo tied for kills. I'd say she's performing better because she's got half my deaths. Or they've got half my deaths. They probably are going to grab point, which isn't the worst thing in the world. We held them off for like 3-4 minutes. Holding them off for 2.5 isn't annoying.
Need to stay focused.
Ah, soldier. Hold on, was that? I was going to say, is that say hunt junk? But no, it's just, junk. I'm presuming he's on about the enemy Junkrat.
They're moving the payload. Stop them.
Also, guys, when you see a 2.5 minute timer, it's like, how are we going to hold off for like that long? And you realise that that a minute goes quick.
It's not over. Not yet.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
We do kind of have time to group up, and Soldier has taken a couple of them. See, annoyingly, now when like just because I'm used to 5v5, when I see half like three team members, like 2 additional team members dying and I'm dead, it's like, okay, group up. But now I'm playing like normal comp, and it's just like, hold on, wait a minute. Bastion's not behind. Thanks, Soldier. See, this is what comp should be about, supporting your team wherever you can. And why it's not the best team in the world, and we've only got 1 tank, 1 support. The 4 DPS are making up for the lack of a second tank and a second DPS. And Mercy's making up for more. Hopefully. Damn it. Yeah, they got the second point. Maybe not.
Let's give this another shot.
Yeah, we win. So with 32 kills at the end, Echo beat me by 1. See, that map I normally lose on. Yeah. Oh. No, Soldier having the most kills. Yeah, I give him credit. He didn't have 1 point, but then he took over in very quickly. Like, he was taking care of everyone. So, guys, on this, I could have done better, but at the same point, I've almost got double my death ratio. Like, I'm on 30, I got 32 kills and I was only on 17 deaths, which isn't too bad. Like, there are players like Echo who, 100% had more than that, because 30-something kills, 8 deaths. most of, like, I think death-wise, I'm not the worst. I'm the worst on our team. But the enemy Bastion, and I know I'm responsible for, like, 6 of those deaths. Overall, I probably could have performed a little better, but I was performing pretty good. And annoyingly, I don't want to stop the progress, because I'm doing good. Comp ratio, where I am currently in the season, tank damage and support for all Q aren't too bad. Damage for all Q would be very simple to get in quick win. I say quick. Be simple to level up because it just need 1 win. But same point, saying you just need 1 win isn't so simple. I want to try and get back into gold. This season, I'm going to try and get back into gold. Because, guys, back in Overwatch 1, I wasn't good enough to get into gold. I don't think I was good enough to... or what gold would be. Like, I was typically... because it used to range from, like, the 1000s. I was in, like, 1200 range for where I was. I can't remember the full thing. Then for Overwatch 2, for the first... until they changed the comp ratio ranking to... last year, was it the year before? It's somewhat recent. I was basically always at the bottom of bronze. It's like, how? I'm doing somewhat good. I don't feel like I've changed too much. I feel like I probably should, like, I said I probably should be in silver, but the game was just like, nope, sorry, you're not winning. Either it put me in matches that I couldn't win, or just put me in cases where I wouldn't win, or I was just doing that bad. But I finally have a decent chance to get into gold. Now, tier info. These are basically the groups that you can essentially have in your same divisions. Kind of. Bronze through Diamond, you group may be wide when 5 divisions apart. So, Bronze, Silver, Gold, you should be fine. There will be a wide, but you should also be fine to play with Platinum and Diamond. Masters and Grandmasters, I would say anything below Gold, just don't. I don't think you can below Gold anyway. Even then, I'd probably say Platinum at most. And even then, potentially only Diamond. Champion, I'd say don't go lower than Grandmaster. Then top 500, don't go out of top 500 players. Like, all it takes is for you to get put in... all it takes is for you to have a few friends being in the low tiers and then getting dragged all the way back down because you're getting put in bad games or you're getting banned for stuff you really shouldn't be. Because the way people might say it is, why is this top tier player now down all the way in, like, say, silver when he should be, what, top 500? But yeah, we are going to carry on playing a few games, considering that wasn't too long. See, annoyingly when doing comp, I consider a few things. How long do I want to stream for? How many games can I get with the length I want to stream for? And usually it's like 3 or 4, depending. Also, guys, I said in the Minecraft stream on Monday, but not exactly happy with how, like, stream turned out for Monday, because I went on rants I'd rather not go into. Basically, guys, I'm briefly saying it now. If you go into politics in chats, comments, or the Discord group, which I probably should start leaving in a link, but I think that's all on that YouTube. I think that's all on the channel page anyway. I will not be responding. And annoyingly, a series that I love doing, I went into way too much politics like stuff. Thankfully, it's one of those cases where it's like, I can easy enough explain what happened. Yeah. So you've got flat escort, which is escorting a point from point A to point. From point A to, like, point C, because it's like A, B, C. Flashpoint, which is capturing point. And then you've got control. If I can, I'd like to kind of play Freya again, because I did really good last round. And the circuit's going to be the only map that I do get to.
Select your hero.
Obviously, if I need to, I will be flexible, but 4 votes in, only 2 DPS.
Choose heroes to ban.
Obviously, if one of the 2 people who haven't picked yet do pick one of the characters that I have voted to, ban, tough luck. Again, I'm expecting Sombra, Symmetra, Diva, and Wrecking Ball. I was not expecting neither. I win a game with bottom gold. It's right, like, it was like gold 5. I'd like to get back to gold because difference between being, say, silver 1 and, say, gold 5 at the end of each season. Even though you're bottom gold, you get more comp points compared to being top end silver.
Always deliver.
Fruition comes from within, as does failure.
They went Soldier instead.
Probably fast.
I mean, with defending, it's... Soldier is decent, so is Reaper, and
It's not my job to get you
annoyingly,
back alive, but stay close to me, and we might
me playing
manage
Freya is one of those cases where it's like, it's 50-50. If I do good, I'm fine. Because I don't think Freya's class... I don't think she should be, considering she fires a lot quicker. And she has, like, one shot that she can fire with sort of, like, a precise shot. But I think Freya potentially is classified as a sniper. I don't think she is, though. The reason I'm playing this lot is just quite simply, I want the space. So if I need to go and literally go bang bang, I can. What Reaper skin is that? 'Cause I don't think I've seen that before. I don't own it.
I can't shake
I don't
me
think.
that easily.
See, I pride myself on owning most Reaper skins, just because of Reaper main, which is slightly annoying. Although not as bad as you'd think, because I got a load of them back in Overwatch 1 where you could get them out of loot boxes, and
Never stood a chance.
that's sneaky match. Also guys, I apologise now for swearing or using essentially bad language. I try not to in streaming because why I'm nowhere near the case of a kid, like, focused for, like, kid audience. I do kind of like staying family friendly, and see, on YouTube, being family friendly used to be the easiest thing in the world. Just because, like, because you never used to have a thing where it's like, is your content for kids? But now, considering you do, it's like, hold on. Damn it, missed. But now it's like, is your content for kids? No. So you swear, you use bad language, and it's like, no. So you, but I also don't exactly play games that are advertised for, kids. Also, guys, kind of a case of like, shouldn't be necessarily asking for an Overwatch stream. But let me know if anyone would like to see Marvel Rivals, because I'm kind of tempted to go to Saturday's Overwatch, Tuesday's Marvel Rivals. Ow. Tuesday's Marvel Rivals. But I said, that's another bit shit solo ult. Nope. He's just good. I'm gonna try and get 3 games in.
I can't shake me that easily.
See, I say try. I'm gonna get 3 games, at least 3 games in. We've not got to the point yet. Annoyingly, I think I am gonna have to change it. Like, I probably should change this round. Ah, so we did have it. Oh no, we have Roadhog. I'm so sorry, Roadhog. Stupid Sigma. Damn it. Guys, I have a bad habit as Reaper, which is kind of can come to Freya, due to they have a similar getaway ability. Both have either an ability that allows them to sort of get out of a battle or into a battle. Reaper has Wraith, which allows him to get in and out of situations. Freya has a sort of double dash sort of thing.
Not yet.
And it basically just allows her to like dash forward. Son of a bitch. That's why I sort of hate Widows, but then again, good Widows are annoying, which is what they're supposed to be.
Switching sides. Prepare for battle.
I can't even switch to Diva, which would be useful.
I always deliver.
I think for the sake of it, I probably will chuck a game into Stadium. Just because I do have a challenge for like to do. But yeah, guys, like I was saying, I realized Tuesday morning at 12. Actually, I think it was like half 11, like UK time on Tuesday morning. That I hadn't got all the way up to where like I wanted to on the battle pass, and I knew I still could. So I was then rushing because it's like, okay, just need to get like 1 more game done in like support, and I get so much, and it's like, okay, I need to get 2 more games in DPS, and getting those, I think it was like support tank, 1 or 2, and it's like getting those games done was like hell. I got 1 done, and I was just missing 1 more game, and it's like, okay, this is a loss. Okay, this is a loss. Okay, half my team has just quit. Okay, this is a loss.
I see them. I'm under attack.
Stupid Widow. So guys, I'm saying Stupid Widow because she is frustratingly, annoyingly good. Which is kind of what you want from a Widow. Like, you should... Granted, not the best judge character, considering I'm tired of his Widow myself. But you want to see good Widows. Because a good Widow will have you pinned down from the other side of the map. This Widow is making it so you can't move. Although I'd argue, you know, punching Moira's probably not the most useful thing you can do, Widow.
Oh, they've got us outnumbered.
Like, I've seen terrible Widows time and time again. It's like, why? Like, Widows are either bad because of the fact that they're not good at sniping but want to play sniper. If you want to play sniper but not good, Hanzo or Ash, or kind of Anna. Because with Anna, either way, if you hit your teammate or the enemy, you're either healing your team or doing damage to the enemy. So either way, it's useful. But with Widow, you need to be so precise and get charged up shots. Thank you, Bastion and Mercy. Took out the annoyance.
Taking off.
See, most of the time, Widows are sort of character people you can kind of ignore, just because they're not going to do too much. They might get the odd lucky shot, but in this case, it's like, nope, she's picking the team off.
Meteor strike.
Annoyingly, I've just done the one thing when it comes to Sigma, you know, using your arrow as, you know, a beneficial thing for them, is you never shoot a Sigma while he's, you know, absorbing attacks. You boost him up, he gets, I believe it's shield. Shield or over, I believe it's over shield. Like his health goes up a bit and he gets like a shield for like a few seconds. So yeah, I think it's just an overshield, which you can then go and wreck everyone with because of the fact you just powered him up. Also, the reason why Widow's more deadly for me in this case is, as Freya, I spend a lot of time trying to go and jumping at the perfect shot. And by I mean perfect shot, I mean a perfect lock onto the back line. Just because, to be honest, I'm not going to get much damage done to the tank. I moved because it's like she's gonna snipe again. That's annoying because it's either A, too good, which in that case I'm calling foul play, or B, that would have studied players that much. She knows exactly where they're gonna move to.
Heroes never die.
Just because I could have moved left or right, she instantly moved with me. And I'm presuming it's just me overlooking into something. That was just me standing still that time.
No one can stop me!
So I've had one really good game as Freya, and I've had one game as Freya that I 100% done terrible as and should not and should have picked tank at the beginning, or even support.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Mercy was pretty decent. That winner was annoyingly decent. Again, they had full control over the game, over both rounds, which does happen, and it is annoying because you'll have situations where, unless you can take back control, which isn't hard, you really can't do much. Ugh. First, we're going to open the loot box. I was about to say, I'm not reading what bloody Hanzo skin I've been given. It's like, I want an open queue to this. See, I think me playing a good bit of Freya in Stadium has literally helped a lot because it's like, okay, this is what to do, this is what I need to do, and this is what I can do. Well, wait, may as well go into the practice arena and instantly get chucked into a game. That's how this stuff works. Okay. Has it chucked me into a stadium practice range then? See, knew it.
Enter the stadium. First up, who's ready to stop the push? There's no point in running when Freya's on the hunt. Look at that.
Again, I know I've played a lot of Freya, like I've only played Freya tonight, but I can tell you now, give it a couple weeks and I'll instantly be like, oh, diva, diva, diva. Because I don't know why and I can't explain it, but every time a new mythic comes out, which is annoying when it comes out for a DPS character, I instantly want to play them. And it didn't happen back in the early days, because like I'd never played a good bit of like Genji or Junker Queen or like Kiriko. I was starting to play a decent bit, but
gear up. Everyone could use a little help in the stadium. These are
We'll go for So Cooked.
picked by the pros to start our competitors
Builds.
on the right foot. Time to power up. Powers are impactful modifiers that define a build, so competitors must choose carefully. The first round can't get here quick enough.
Those are just sort of like builds, like for like hired assassin or
The
I recommend.
arena is calling. Our teams have 20 seconds left.
No.
Not long now until the teams lock in for the round.
Ultimate's charging. Nah.
3, 2,
My ultimate's not ready yet.
capture the objective.
Be a game, guys. After this probably will be the last one.
Objective goes live in 10.
This is also not the best map because, like, at least this particular spot to start doing jump shots. Just because of like the path and like the bridge in between both. Also, guys, everything that basically happened on the last episode quest from Monday, some of it I will basically brief explain it just because, as I've already mentioned, I went into an annoying brief conversation and it wasn't even that brief. I was talking about politics and it's like, why? Like, I asked like one, like I finished streaming after it, thinking, why in good name did I just spend the last period of like last so long talking about politics?
I've always liked a challenge.
So whether it's the 25 does stay like up as a public thing will depend on in the future. How have I like, I'm kind of thinking I probably should have stopped after the first game because that was a great game of comp. I've gone downhill since.
Don't let him push her.
See, the only thing about playing comp so early into a season, and it's the reason why you generally don't want to play so near an end to a season, it's because early in the season you have players who are trying to get their ranks up to a good point, which is at the first few weeks roughly. Then you have players at the last couple weeks, or at least the last week, who are trying to then get the ranks up,
Get ready for chaos.
or trying to lower them, or basically trying to mess with the ranks, because you have people who forget that, just ignored it for the rest of the season, who want to, and the mid spot is kind of like the 2 weeks the 2 weeks at the end of the first month and 2 weeks at the beginning of the next month. Those are kind of, you know, the nice little sweet spots.
These teams are giving it their all for a shot at the win. The teams have 20 seconds left to prepare for the round. starting, the teams need to lock in their choices. Three, two, one. Commencing attack on objective B.
But yeah, guys, consider it to be in this season. I'm happy I've won a game, not surprised I've lost another, and not surprised that this is currently a 50-50. Although I do 100% like the concept of stadiums, giving you small versions of like normal maps, giving you smaller versions of normal maps in a competitive like thing, which is why I don't know whether you need to be. See, to play comp, you have to be level 25. Because back in Overwatch 1, like, it was a case of you had to be at like level 25. Which wasn't too hard. But like, I never played a game of comp until I was like in the level 100, because the person I was playing was like, yeah, I don't want to be taking you into that, because I don't know whether it was a case of he didn't want to didn't want to chuck me into a situation where he wasn't confident in, or didn't want to risk his own comp scores, or some other reasons. But then we started talking to another mate, and basically at that point it's like, oh yeah, let's go into comp, and it's like, wait, comp? At that point I'd only played a couple games, because I played the game back then and went horrible because I was not used to it. But then I started playing a decent bit. But now I think it's like you have to win 50 games, which I get. I don't know whether 50 games gets to, you know, get to level 25, which does mean if you want to get to comp in the season, I get it. It basically forces you to play additional games per season.
I'm here.
Time for the reckoning!
Because if you win, say, being optimistic when I say this, 3 games, 7 days, 3, 6, 9, 2, 9, 18,
It's not over. Not yet.
21. That's 21 games a week. If you win all those,
The score is 0-2. Some intense competition.
that's, I believe, 21 wins.
Up next,
You just then need to, you know, do that again the following week, and then, you know, get 8 more wins on top. But consider the fact that you're probably not gonna.
for our teams to work out their strategies. We've already seen so much action, and there's still more to come.
What's up? Hello. Konnichiwa. Hey.
The arena is calling. Our teams have 20 seconds left. The time for preparations is
Also, the one really fun part about Stadium is you essentially get to go crazy with builds. Like, no one's gonna build a. You take, say, 3 Arista players. Guarantee now, all 3 Arista players are gonna have something different about their builds. Granted, there will be competitive builds that most people potentially will follow at some point. But the point of Stadium is basically go and build a hero how you want them. Design around your playstyle.
the objective unlocks in 10 seconds.
always liked a challenge.
Oh, that's Junkrat. Something that I get it. Sometimes healers do just need a tiny little case of, are you a heathen? But like, as someone who has been on the other end of a DPS going, heal, every time I hear it, every time I see the message pop, it's like, I kind of just want to kick up DPS player where it hurts. Just because it's like, for a team to work perfectly, for the full team to get heals, your support does not need to be getting snuck up behind and then put in danger and not being able to get out of danger, because believe it or not, when you have a D.Va that sneaks up behind you and then launches missiles into you and you're as a mercy, believe it or not, you're not going to be able to get out of that situation. Not easily.
Come here. I can heal you.
Well, the one thing I do need to start doing as Freya is being more being smarter with like how I'm shooting instead of just going da 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 da. I jumped out of that one. Granted, I would then died to soldier, so it's kind of like dying slightly quicker, but still. I don't 100% know if I would have. I'm presuming the fact that he was right behind me, he would have unloaded a full magazine into the back of my skull. Although one thing I do kind of find annoying about Stadium, and it's the one reason I'm happy that it's not open queue, kind of. I'd love an open queue, I seriously would. But considering you can't switch heroes, it is nice having a balanced team. Because basically what Stadium is literally supposed to be is a case of, you go in, you pick your hero, you don't instantly start going, they've got a D.Va, I'm going to countermatch for someone who can deal with D.Va. Instead of being like, okay, I picked the character that then you can deal with it very quickly. Ah, Stormbringer.
We've already seen so much action, and there's still more to come.
Ah, that's kind of cool. Might have to mess around with it at some point.
Only 20 seconds remain before the action begins.
See, one winning comp compared to then losing 2 games in non-comp, and then losing 2 more games in comp.
We're at the match point. The team needs to give it their all to make their comeback. 3, 2, 1.
Curious George, hey. Ah, Juno. That's also another thing I find annoying is, you let players who win by not getting healed, you then have supports who, sometimes they do need to, just have a gentle reminder about healing. But sometimes, you do have players that are just, kind of just wanted someone to go, here, I'll pocket heal you. I'll babysit you for the rest of the game. But then you have the support players who are like, I'm going to give a dumb ass and sort of smug response back, and it's just like, I don't know where you are. It's like, the team's on point.
I can't shake me that easy.
Either A, one of those players are not on point. Either A, the people who's like, I've seen the odd support DPS and tanks say it, but it's kind of, but it's also another thing where it's like, why? When players say, oh, I don't know where you are, like when someone says healing wise, it's like, either A, you're not on point, or B, the person who said it in the first place wasn't on point. Either way, someone's not on point. I'd say it would be nice if it spawned us down now, but it's like, it's not going to.
I'm on fire.
60 seconds remaining.
All right. Making progress. Robots pushing. Let me keep shooting. Got you. You born to the reckoning.
It took 4 people, but we eliminated her. Which is the main thing. Yeah, guys, like, my first game I did great as straight, but the last 2 have kind of been a case of, yeah, I'm definitely sucking.
Only 10 seconds left.
Now it's nice, instantly getting
10 seconds overtime.
We must stop them.
shot to death. Annoyingly, we just need to move them off point.
Another shot.
But on the opposite side, they then just need to point it, push it a centimetre past us.
Helden sterben nicht.
They just need to push it to there, which they're so close to. Like, I like it when comp matches last a bit longer than 30 seconds, but same point.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jagten fortsætter. Stop them and it's over.
Yeah, that was instantly, like, I'm not gonna get back to point and get ult. Considering Junkrat and Arista died and they just need to push it as... Yeah, they won. Annoyingly, they pushed it to 30.
They're in the lead.
But yeah, last 2 games I've 100% done terrible in. But the first game... I don't know where the hell, like, the performance, from... Was that Junkrat? Yeah. I don't know what I was questioning if it was Junkrat. It's like, it's 100% a DPS win, and it's like... And I'm a DPS, but I'm not whinging. So it's like, yeah, Junkrat. I could have done it all a lot better. 2 loot boxes, 1 video. I'll take that. This should be the legendary. Kasuni Rush. Pilot intro. Okay, so it is going to be the 4th. It's like, I've had it where the 20th have actually been it, and I made a joke a while ago. I think it might have been on stream where it's like, what should be the right next one where I get another legend? And it's like, it didn't happen. But for Battle Pass... Also, guys, anyone wondering, because there's also the Reaper Mythic skin for weapons. By the end of the season, technically, yes, I could. But I'm on a moral standpoint of, one, I want the skin. It looks way too cool. I can't tell I'm questioning. Like, I see a belt, but it's connected from the belt. But, like, by the end of the season, that's what Medieval Mythic will look like, and I think that looks cool. So, guys, we will be back Saturday with Overwatch again, but we'll also be back tomorrow night with episode 26 of New Adventure. I'm saying that as if I'm not 100% sure, and it's like, oh, I'm not. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and watch me, again, get my ass kicked, which is nothing new for Overwatch, especially not for comp. Like, I 100% have mixed bags when it comes to seasons. Like, I think it was like 2023, maybe early 2024, where I was getting gold weapon after gold weapon at the end of each season. Last gold weapon I remember getting, I'm pretty sure was Moira's, when her season came out. Although I will say, that kind of does look cool. I don't know if I'm going to go for the face mask, which I hate the fact of how half the golds look great. Was Moira's the... Already had Reinhardt and Widow and Reaper. Reapers was my first. Reinhardt and Widow I had from beginning of Overwatch 2. Same for Ashe. Same for Mercy. Was Moira seriously the last one I got? Jeez. Also, that's just currently a seasonal stuff, and you can get Reaper's complete mythic weapon skin bundle for kind of reasonable. Which, part of me doesn't think they're horrible. I wish they were both silver. Like, I'd 100% would if they were both silver. Like, I think that Sigma skin does kind of look nice, but I also do really like that Widow. Also, gold apples are kind of cool. But yeah, guys, that's everything for this stream. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow with the Minecraft one. But this is Tiger signing off. Bye.